Title: Your Eyes Reveal More Than You Think. 7 Hidden Psychological Triggers. Awareness, empathy, truth, Awaken mindset, ***, introduction. When the eyes speak the truth, the mouth hides, they say. The eyes are the windows to the soul. But what most don't realize is how loudly they speak. Even when you remain silent in moments of joy, grief, love, or betrayal, your eyes give you away. They tell the stories you're too afraid to say. They betray your hidden truths, reveal your suppressed pain, and expose desires you try to bury. In this emotionally reflective piece, we'll uncover 7 hidden psychological triggers that your eyes subtly reveal. Most people don't even realize they're doing it. Once you understand them, you'll not only become more self-aware, but also far more empathetic toward others. Because sometimes the most important part of healing and human connection is learning how to see **1. The micro-freeze when your pupils betray emotional overwhelm. It happens in a flash, so quick it's nearly invisible. When you're emotionally overwhelmed, whether by attraction, fear, shame, or even trauma, your eyes will often freeze for just a second. Pupils dilate, the blink rate drops. The muscles around the eyes pause. It's your nervous system signaling overload. This micro-freeze is a survival mechanism. It's the brain saying, wait, this moment is too intense. I need time to process. You may not notice it in yourself, but others can feel it, especially emotionally intuitive people. Why it matters. This reaction can create distance or confusion in relationships. People may misinterpret your freeze as disinterest or detachment, when in reality, you're simply trying to protect your emotional core. What you can do: practice emotional regulation through mindfulness. When you feel overwhelmed, breathe deeply and anchor your awareness back into your body. Learn to say, give me a moment, this matters to me. It's a simple way to bridge the emotional gap. *2. The fleeting glance, a sign of hidden shame or secret desire. Ever looked away too quickly when someone met your gaze? That flicker, the glance that doesn't linger, isn't always about shyness. Psychologically, it's often a sign of inner conflict. Maybe you feel ashamed. Maybe you're afraid of being seen too deeply. Or maybe you're hiding something. This unconscious avoidance speaks volumes. The person across from you may not consciously register it, but at a gut level, they feel the tension. Your glance says, there's something I want to say, but I'm afraid to. Why it matters. We're wired to sense authenticity through eye contact. When it's missing, trust subtly erodes. You don't need to lock eyes to be genuine. But avoidant glances can send mixed signals. What you can do: work on shame healing. When you feel the urge to look away, gently ask yourself, what am I afraid they'll see in me? Sit with that question. Let the discomfort speak. *3. Prolonged eye contact, connection, or control. Holding someone's gaze for more than 3 seconds can be intimate or intimidating. The difference: intent. Prolonged eye contact can mean I see you, I'm present with you. But it can also be a dominance tactic used to assert power or control, especially in toxic dynamics. In emotionally safe relationships, eye contact builds trust. But in manipulative ones, it can feel like a spotlight you never asked for. Why it matters? Many people, especially those with a history of people-pleasing, mistake controlling eye contact for passion. They don't realize they're being mentally cornered. What you can do: check in with your body. Does the eye contact make you feel safe or scrutinized? If it feels like performance rather than presence, give yourself permission to step back. *4. The unspoken tear. When the eye says what the mouth can. Sometimes a tear forms but doesn't fall. The eyes glass over, but you smile anyway. This moment is sacred because it reveals emotional truths too deep for words. Often we hold back. Tears not out of strength, but fear. Fear of appearing weak. Fear of vulnerability. Fear that if we start crying, we might never stop. But that single terror, even the shine in your eyes, communicates grief. Love or empathy that runs beneath the surface. Why it matters. People who've gone through deep pain recognize this look. It builds silent connection, especially between two souls who've survived similar wounds. What you can do, don't suppress your emotions to protect. Others comfort. Let yourself be seen not performatively, but honestly. A moment of authentic emotion is more healing than hours of forced conversation. Asterisk. 5. Avoiding eye contact during conflict. Not weakness, but wounding. Many assume that avoiding eye contact during a conflict means guilt or dishonesty. But that's not always true. In trauma survivors, conflict can trigger a fawn response, the need to appease, freeze, or emotionally disappear. Looking away may be the nervous system's way of saying, I don't feel safe. I want this to stop. I can't process all of this right now. Why it matters. If you're on the receiving end, don't demand eye contact from someone in distress. If you're the one avoiding it, don't label yourself weak. This is your body protecting itself. What you can do after the heat dies down, reconnect. You can say, I wasn't avoiding you. I was overwhelmed. Naming the experience rebuilds emotional safety without shame. Asterisk 6. The lingering look after goodbye. The words never said. Watch closely when someone says goodbye. Some people walk away quickly. Others give a last look, one that lingers longer than it should. That look is not casual. It's weighted with everything. They didn't say, regret, hope, unfinished emotion. Sometimes even love. This gaze often happens when the relationship ends abruptly, when feelings remain unresolved, or when both people know there's something deeper. But pride, pain, or timing keeps them apart. Why it matters. Unprocessed endings haunt us. That lingering look becomes a psychological imprint, a memory that returns in quiet moments. Long after the person is gone, what you can do, if you're the one who gave that look, ask yourself, what remained unspoken? Write it down. Let your heart say it, even if your voice never does. Healing isn't about having closure with others, it's about giving it to yourself. Asterisk. 7. Eyes that stop sparkling. The silent cry of emotional burnout. Some people still smile, still function, still show up, but their eyes have lost something. The sparkle. You see it in caretakers, single mothers, overworked men, silent wives, loyal husbands, people stuck in survival mode. They're present, but their gaze has dimmed. That's not weakness. That's emotional exhaustion. Why it matters. Burnout isn't always loud. Sometimes it's the quiet resignation in someone's eyes. It's how they stop dreaming, stop hoping, stop feeling like themselves. What you can do if this is, know that healing doesn't require massive life changes. It starts with permission to rest, to say no, to reclaim small pieces of yourself. Each day, look in the mirror not to judge, but to truly see yourself again. You're still in there. The light's not gonna, it's just waiting. Final reflections. If you want to know someone, look into their eyes. Your eyes may not speak in words, but they hold your entire story. The chapters you've told and the ones you've buried. We live in a world that overvalues words and undervalues presence. But the truth is, sometimes the most powerful form of empathy is simply noticing. Noticing the glance that lingered, the silence behind the smile, the eyes that scream, asterisk, see me. Not just the version I show you, but me. Start paying attention not only to others, but to yourself. Look in the mirror a little longer. Be honest about what your eyes are trying to tell you. Not to shame yourself, not to fix anything, but to finally listen. Call to action. Help us spread the light. If this message touched something inside you, if you felt the truth in your own gaze, or noticed something today in someone else's eyes, then share this with someone who needs it. Support the Awaken Mindset channel, where we turn emotional awareness into strength. and silent pain into powerful healing. Let's awaken together. Subscribe, reflect, and see each other more deeply. One story, one gaze, one truth at a time.